Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Refuge Tea here with my Granny's Closet, back with another video for you guys. How is everybody doing today? How was your weekend? Mine was eventful. But before we get into it, let's get into today's ad, mid, and intro.
Style is the answer to everything. A fresh way to approach a dull or dangerous thing. To do a dangerous thing with style is what I call art.
If you don't know, now you know. You can find me on Pinterest, Instagram, and Facebook, all underneath my Granny's Closet 3Gs. If you're interested in purchasing any of the items that I do make it out by Farmers Market, you can find me on that page. That's where I put all my listings and my prices and things like that, pictures of the items that I am working on or things that I am selling. I do have a group page. It is my Granny's Closet 3Gs. No spacing, just at the S at the end, and that is where we go to congregate and conversate about all things yarny and crafty goodness. If you have a question about fabric, sewing, you can ask Andrea, my admin. If you have a question about vendor events, or if you want to show off your vendor event, your booth space, that would be lovely. I love, love, love seeing those photos. If you are a new returning subscriber, thank you for joining me today. You're wonderful. You're wonderful. I really do appreciate each and every single one of you guys are amazing. I almost didn't do my video today, but I saw Lisa from Happy to Hook Creations. She was like, you know, an event and an injury. And I was like, oh, I have a story to tell about an injury for me too. So let me hop on because you guys are always so amazing at being patient with me. I don't want to miss another day. And I just really wanted to tell this story to you guys so you could laugh with me and then pray for me.
T-shirt of the day.
You guys, it is my strawberry shortcake brand new t-shirt. Don't hate me and don't judge me, okay? I wore this yesterday. I just have not taken it off. And I have my matching socks. And because it is my favorite day of the year, because it's Green Day, I am wearing my green shoes today. Ugh. Forgive me, guys. All right, you guys, let's get started. But before we do, why don't you guys go on and grab you a cup of something. Coffee, water, juice, whatever it is you want to drink this morning. Grab you a project and let's get into today's video. All right, it is story time with Refuge. Let us get into today's video. Like the title says, blessed weekend, and I'm copying Lisa from Happy Hood Creations, and an injury. So first off, what I did get done at the at my retreat, I did get quite a bit done. We did have not a ton of free time, but the free time that we did have, I was blessed enough to be able to have some time to crochet this shawl. Didn't have any time to start the new one, which actually I'm kind of glad about because I have so many unfinished projects. Who needs to start another one? I do. All right, guys, so we had a blessed time. It was snowing on the way up to the retreat. I just never seen snow fall. Here's my reaction. More snow. Look at this. More snow. You see it snowing? Look at, it's on my sweater. I'm standing in snow. Look. Look at this, you guys. It's snowing. I'm so excited. It's snowing. Look at that beautiful snow. Oh my gosh. Gorgeous. Look at how pretty that is. It's snowing very heavily. It's not that cold. I'm pretty warm. I can't believe this. It was beautiful. Never seen snowfall before in my life. I just could not fathom it. My sisters were like, haven't you seen snowfall? My older sister was like, it's the snow fell in Merino Valley, where we used to live, or where I grew up. And I was just like, no, it snowed when we were sleeping, not when we was awake. And she was just like, you're so funny. My other sisters, they have seen snowfall. I've not. And so I was just downright amazed. And my kids were like, Mom, it's so cool. So the trees were covered in this beautiful white fluffy iceness. Here are some pictures. So you guys, it was just amazing. It was beautiful, okay? I was so blessed. So blessed. I could not imagine not having gone this weekend. We got there around 2 o'clock. Around 6 p.m. is when dinner time is. And we got word that they closed the road. Nobody was able to drive up to the mountain. We went to Idlewild. It was beautiful, gorgeous, just amazing. So the next morning, I wake up, I'm refreshed, and I'm surprised Friday night when we get there. They're like, here's your room number, here's your room number. And me and the lady that I'm driving up with, her name is Ernestina, but we called her Ernie for short. And we just had a blessed time driving up. It was so fun. We laughed, and it turns out she's the same age as my mom. She grew up in the same neighborhood, and she was like so fun to talk to because it was just like talking to my mom, but on a different kind of scale. So we get our rooms. I thought we were going to share. No, we got our own room. I had a king bed to myself. I had my own room to myself. I was like, heaven. I'm in heaven. I could not sleep though, you guys. I could not sleep for the life of me. The pillows were too soft. Everything was down feathered. I'm used to my rock hard pillow. I'm used to my, Posturepedic bed, and I just could not sleep. And it was hot. The thermostats were set to 74, and we could not change them from that area. So I just turned mine off, but it kept coming back on. And I don't know why it kept coming back on. So I was just like, well, I'm just going to have to stick it out. So I wake up, get ready the next morning, step out of my room, have my matcha, because you guys saw I brought my matcha and my teas and stuff. Brought my matcha, and what happens? Black ice happens. I was okay. I didn't fall. I just slid gracefully, spilling a little bit of matcha on my bag, and I was like, oh my gosh. So I stopped sliding, and I steady myself, and I walk a little bit slowly, like side steps, stay low to the ground. And I hear ladies come out of the room above me, and I look up and I see them coming out of the room, and I'm like, hey, you guys, be careful. There's black ice right here. I almost fell. I slipped, and they're like, oh no, Refuge, are you okay? I said, I'm fine. Just when you come down, be careful. And then my friend Gina, my friend's mom, comes out of her room, and they're telling her, be careful. And she goes, oh, Refuge, there's they had made a cardboard trail. And I was like, oh, okay. So I turned to go walk towards it, and I'm thinking, I just slid. My aim is to get to this cardboard trail and follow the Yellow Brick Road back into the building where we're safe. No, that didn't happen. I turned to take a step to walk towards the cardboard, and I fall. slip and fall. And if you notice that in my intro, I didn't lift up my right hand too much because this is about, that is about as high as I can lift it right now. I landed on my elbow, I landed on my hand. I have some bruising still. And I jammed my shoulder just a little. I reached out before I completely fell, put my matcha on the floor, only a little spilled out. And I'm sorry, you guys, my body is achy, okay? Then Gina is like, oh, refuge! And I can hear her coming down the steps, and I was like, I fall, and I don't realize it. Like, all the ladies come running down, all three of them, and then Gina's like at the head of the game. And I get up, I go to sit up, and I turn and look to my side because Gina's a bit shorter than I am, and just by a bit. And you see her head coming, and I was like, what is that? I guess I was a little foggy. I didn't hit my head or anything. I was just a little foggy. And all of a sudden, she just goes down. Whack. She thought because of the cardboard, she was safe from the ice. But nope, she slipped because the cardboard just went sliding out from under her feet. She landed like this. And I thought she hit her face on the floor. I was like, Gina. So I get up to go get to her. My feet are just going like this. They're not moving at all. It looked like one of those. Have you guys ever seen the movie Robots with Robin Williams? He's one of the voices of the robots. And there's a scene where he's slipping and sliding on these nuts and bolts, and he's like standing up, falling down, different poses when the light comes on. And it's hilarious. That's how I felt. So I'm trying to crawl to Gina, and I get to her, and when I get to her, I'm standing up, but then she comes to me, and I fall again on like my hands and my feet. Like I lean over and I fall like in this like weird, awkward hands, knees position, and I'm straining my muscles not to fall, and my hands are splayed out like this tight. And I was just like, ah. And she goes, oh, you saved your matcha. So it became a thing with me the whole weekend. Like, oh, if Refuge falls, or if you fall, just hand your cup to Refuge. Nothing will spill out. It was so funny. And then we go to service, you know, everybody's like, who fell this morning? Me and Gina raised our hands. Everybody was just like, oh man, are you okay? We're so sorry, you know. And same ladies laid hands and prayed for us. And so they checked to make sure that we were okay. And we eat breakfast, we go to our first session, we talk, you know, we write down, we go through our first session. I couldn't get that out. We go to our first session ends, we have this time of reflection where there's these 4 questions that we need to answer about, because the whole weekend was about my father's business and being so overly busy that you literally need to like check things off your list, like make a list of things. That was the first session. Make a list of things that you do on a daily basis. If you're going to meetings, if you have soccer and sports like that. And some of these ladies are super busy that I felt like I crochet, you know, that's my business. I have fun. But I thought about it too, because people are like, don't downplay your business. You have inventory to keep up with. You know, you try to stay, and one big thing for me is social media. Like, I have to stay on top of it and give you guys all the updates on the things and, you know, what I'm selling. And if I sell anything, it gets to you if you don't sell something that day, you know, which is pretty much every day for me. And so we go about we take an hour and a half, go have quiet time, answer the questions, and then do some devotion time with, you know, you and the Lord. Worship, just be in silence for 30 minutes. So I'm like, oh, I need to go get my earbuds so that I can listen to my scripture and I could take notes at the same time. So I go to my room. There's a line of ladies and everybody's taking their turns to jump, like walk slowly on these cardboard things. And they finally put out blankets. And so they're walking forward and they're like, oh, we heard you fell this morning. I was like, yeah, I had a cup of hot tea or hot water, just hot water. And I don't mess around when it comes to hot water. I don't mess around with it. That's just me. I took a step because I turned around when Elise was like, oh, talking to me. And I was like, oh, yeah. I turned around and I was like, yes, I did fall. And I took a step forward and it was not on the cardboard. I knew it was happening. I was like, oh, well, just like when I fell on the side of my house. This is happening. So I throw my cup of water, not the cup, just the water, out towards where I should have just thrown it on the floor and melted the ice. It was that steamy. So I threw it and my knee collapsed and my foot touched my butt, which I can do that anyways, but forcefully and with so much pressure, hurt so bad. And I slammed on I went to land on my hand again, smacked it down on the floor, tried to roll, could not roll. My foot slipped out from under me when I tried to push to roll, slammed on my back, my shoulder, and I hit my head. And I don't remember hitting my head. Everybody came running, tried to help me up off the floor, and I was just like, I don't even remember how I got to the floor at that point. The way I'm telling you is how they told me what happened. And I was like, whoa, I wasn't seeing stars. I wasn't dizzy. I wasn't nauseous. I was just like, what happened? It was just kind of like not a blackout, but it was just like you lost a little bit of time. And some lady did fall harder than me, and she had to be rushed to the emergency. And then another lady, Jasmine, she fell and hit her head. She was like me, but she got whiplash in her neck right here. Whereas I just have a small tender spot in the back of my head right here. Like I can feel it. It's really tender. And my whole neck down here into my back, because I hit my back really hard. I don't have any bruising. I do have some discoloration here, and I do have some here, but it's mostly on the inside. It's so weird. I didn't get any bruises from this. I just had a lot of soreness. Like my muscles are so sore. I like doing this right now. I can feel like right here, like making a fist. This is tender. My traps right here. I mean, my biceps right here, like my flab, there's no biceps there, or triceps. My trapezoid right here and in between my shoulder blades is really icky and sore. But people saw me go down from the patio above us, and people were standing behind me that saw me go down, and people that were ahead of me that had finished getting to the other side had turned around and witnessed my fall. And so they were like, oh my gosh, refuge. And they knew that I had fallen twice already that morning, just like 2 hours earlier. So I go to my room, forget what I'm going to get. I don't even get my earbuds. I just grab water and I forget what else I grabbed. And Tylenol. And people kept giving me like this, oh, this is for achy joints. Just rub it on there. So I did that. And then Gina came, she was like, you got to use this ointment. So I rubbed that on me too. And then later that night, I took some ibuprofen or Tylenol and Advil. And I text my best friend Liz, because she's a nurse. She checked on me every few, and to make sure, she was like, don't go to sleep. Don't go to sleep. Just sit up and watch TV or crochet or something. I said, okay. But at that point, my adrenaline started to go down, and I was just like, I can't function now. Like I can feel the pain. I can feel like the right here in the front, because my shoulder just kept jamming and pushing forward. This muscle is strained and so sore. It was a big knot, but I keep massaging it, so the knot has gone down. Now it's just really tender. So, and I was getting muscle cramps on my upper thighs because I was straining my leg muscles for myself not to fall. So I was like, okay, banana and milk. But yeah, that's my story for the weekend. And that's all that is for today, you guys. I will end this video with some worship that we had for the weekend. This was just, beautiful, beautiful music that us ladies sang. And I just wanted to record it and share that with you and whoever wants to hear. Whenever I hear worship being sung and there's like no guitar, and it's just a cappella. It just sounds so sweet to me, and it just, you know, you close your eyes and you just like, I'm very tired. I didn't sleep very well at all weekend. First night because the pillows were bad, my husband was in the bed, the kids weren't bugging me. I don't know how. I don't know why. Just I couldn't sleep. The next day I was in so much pain. I literally had all the pillows surrounding me to lift me up. It was so hot in my room. So, but we had a blessed time. I hope you guys enjoyed my story and crocheting with me today. I will put more pictures and the music at the end. You guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring that notification bell. Click on the all button to notify you when I drop another video. You guys have a blessed rest of your Monday and a blessed rest of your week. And I will see you guys next time. Peace out. Here's my door. Wall decorations. I got a TV. I got a dresser, refrigerator, microwave. I've got a king-size bed all to myself. I've got a sink, hot tea, coffee maker, all this fun stuff. Here's the bathroom, shower, hangers, toilet. You guys, this is amazing. It's a hotel room all by myself. I'm gonna be so alone.